as the seasons change in the garden, so do the plants that are coming into flower. So here I've got a collection of plants that are for mid-late summer flowering. Hello, I'm Rosie Hardy. This is Rosie Hardy Gardening. So what have we got? We've got a riot of colour here with this lot of herbaceous perennials. And I just wanted to show you that it is possible in the mid-late summer to actually have a good amount of plant material out in flower looking really good. Let's start at the far end. Now, I've got a fabulous little short growing allium here. This is Alium Millennium. Alium Millennium is one of the perennial alliums. So this one you don't plant as bulbs every year. You put this in the ground and gradually it makes bigger and bigger clumps. It's a really good free flowering form, great for the front of a border, full sun. This is all meant for full sun, so that is what this is all about. These are divisible, so they are great for the front of the border, probably 18 inches in height, and then I've got 3 plants in here, but that will show you what the one clump would get to is around about 18 inches. So you're talking about 45 by 45. Lovely green foliage that stays down, super strong stems with the allium heads on the top here, fabulous for pollinators. So that's the starting here. And then behind this, a wonderful airy perennial salvia. Now this is one of the sub-shrubby ones. So this is one of the ones that you will need to be thinking about taking some cuttings from. And this is the time of year to be doing that. Now if you're interested in propagation, then please do have a look at the propagation workshop that we have got. All the information will be below. So you would be wanting to take some tip cuttings off this to just make sure that you're not going to lose that plant through the winter. Most of the times they're absolutely fine. This is a really super one because it doesn't get too heavy, it's very airy, which means you can put it quite far forward, and then you get these fabulous orange tinted red flowers. It's a really lovely, soft, delicate colour, and it flowers and flowers and flowers, and you can just deadhead it back. It will be absolutely fine. Just do not cut it back too hard for the winter. That is the key to keeping it successfully. Then we go into this lovely flat head, beautiful Achillea here. This is Achillea Credo. Now with Achillea Credo, this is one of the Achilleas that you can cut back and it will rebloom. Does the plants a lot of good. This is a good soft colour. It's got strong stems. It makes a big plant, so you'd be expecting something to be somewhere around about between 2–2.5 feet, so 60 to 75 centimetres in height, 60 to 75 centimetres as a clump. Forgot to tell you that Salvia Silk Stream here will get up to somewhere around about 3 feet, so it can get to 1 metre high, but at the base it's going to stay quite small, around about 1 foot, so 30 centimetres, but beautifully branched and airy. So that's a wonderful combination. Then we move on to the front here. This one. This is known as Stokes Aster. This is Stokesia. This particular one is Klaus Jelitto. Really good front of border, makes lovely little clumps. It reblooms. The buds are really architectural as well, and then they open up to these huge big daisies, but it is a perennial. So it's not the annual form of Stokes. It is a true perennial. You'll get lovely clumps of it, around about 1 foot, 30 centimetres round, and then the flowers are never much more than 1 foot, maybe 15 inches, so 30 to 40 centimetres in height. Then behind that I've put this lovely Nepeta. The Nepeta there, this one here, is Nepeta Parnassica. It's one of the species Nepetas. It's a very good upright form. So although it makes reasonable size clumps, somewhere around the region of 45 to 60, so between 18 inches and 2 foot across, and probably under the 2 foot to be honest, because it goes upright, so it's a good form. It holds itself up well and it just flowers, and it's a late into season flowering, so unlike some of the other Nepetas which have flowered already and you're probably starting to look a little bit tatty, this one's just starting to come out. Really good form, middle of the border, makes lovely strong clumps. And then beside that It's not all about flower when you've got your borders at this time of the year. You need some architecture, you need something that is a filler. And this grass, this Anemanthele lessoniana, is a really great grass. It's called pheasant grass, and that is where it starts quite green in the spring and then it goes these beautiful orange colours. So it really shows up and is great just in the middle. Yes, it does have a fountain of seed heads that come over, and I would suggest that you actually take those out, otherwise you will have a complete lawn of Anemanthele. But that's easy to do because they just pull out. So, but it's fabulous for this foliage. It's really, really good. It's good. I like to put it back. I don't like to have it at the front. I like it in the middle because then it gives structure and it gives you a nice block which other things will be shown off against. This beautiful Penstemon is fabulous, and we all know it and knew it as garnet. It's actually had its second name change to Andenken and Friedrich Hahn, and that is because that is the breeder and that is the name it originally had. So that is it. If you have it as garnet in the garden, don't worry. But it is a fabulous, good, old-fashioned, strong Penstemon. Flowers and flowers and flowers. What a beautiful sort of ruby colour it has to it. Really, really nice. So that is fabulous. And again, I quite like to have things a little bit taller at the front because then you get this up and down going through the border, and that is really great, and that will flower well for you in the midsummer. Then this little frothy thing that's down here, this is Calamintha Napita, and as I'm stroking it, the perfume from that, it's just the most beautiful minty flavour. So as you brush past this, you'll get this wonderful perfume from this. This is a great little plant for front of border. It just flowers its socks off right the way through the summer, and you just leave it there. It just keeps on reblooming, keeps on reblooming. They're one of those plants that people walk past in the nursery, and then when they see it in gardens they go, ooh, but they always miss it, and yet they love it when it's in the garden. So this is one that, you know, sometimes they look a little bit insignificant, but they hold their own when they are in a garden. So full sun, free draining, loves it, and it's flowering its socks off. Calamintha Napita. And then lastly, something that is bright and cheerful and lovely at this time of the year are the Gaillardias. Gaillardia, this one is Dazzler, huge, big, beautiful daisy flowers on the top here, masses more flowers to come. Sometimes you might need to put a support in there, but most of the time it should be perfectly okay. They are fabulous and they flower and flower and flower. You give them a dead head and they'll keep on coming back up through. So these will get to, I've forgotten to give you heights on a lot of this, so let's go back. The Penstemon is going to get to 2 feet, 60 centimetres. As a clump, around about 18 inches, 45 centimetres. The Anemanthele is going to make a big clump, somewhere around about 45 to 60 centimetres width-wise, and about 2 foot high with its foliage. That's 60 centimetres. The Calamintha here is going to be just under 18 inches, 45 centimetres by about 45 centimetres. And then the Gaillardia, that will go up to somewhere just under 3 feet, I would say around about 75 to 80 centimetres in height for Dazzler, and then a clump of around about 18 inches, 45 centimetres. So there you have a beautiful array of fabulous summer flowering perennials for the late season in your bed for full sun. Thank you very much for listening, and please do subscribe to the channel. If you want to watch another video of mine, YouTube thinks this one is perfect for you.